Live. What's going on, guys? I'm using my laptop. Yeah, I'm in Kentucky. I'm in Lexington. I'm like, I don't even know where Lexington is. I guess it's like close to Ohio. I don't know. Somewhere out here. Someone else is in Lexington? Yeah. Well, I'm in Lexington. What's up? What's up? If you guys are just getting in here, give me a thumbs up. I'm using my laptop. I have not done this before on my laptop, so I'm just kind of getting a feel for the interface. I like it because I can actually read the chat a little bit easier than trying to use the phone. So what's going on, guys? I'm hanging out. Lexington. Tommy's here. Tommy says weird. I don't know how to thumbs up. That's for sure. Clearly. He knows how to thumbs down, though. Every video. I'm on to you. What's going on, guys? If you're getting in here, give me a thumbs up. I'm just going to live stream for a little bit and just chat about whatever because I don't know where I am. And I went walking to go get food. I found some burger place over here called like Brew Burger. And I stepped in like a freaking ravine while I was walking, and it's raining. If you're from this area, you know there's some heavy weather going on right now. And I stepped into some kind of like whole gully thing and soaked my shoes, soaked my socks, soaked my legs. But I got my burger and it was really good. So, and something really cool. They make like ketchup. It's like homemade ketchup. It's got like pineapples in it. It's awesome. So, all right, let me see. I'm going to try and read some of these texts. If you want a question answered, use the super chat. I'll answer your questions as I get to them. But let's see what we got here. What the heck am I doing in Kentucky? Question number 1. Well, I'm in Kentucky because I am going to be helping to tune a couple of my friends' race cars. I'll be at Haltech tomorrow, and then we're going to be headed to the track. So we're going to be doing some hot testing on some new systems that Haltech has got, and we are going to be using some traction control and some other cool stuff that I'm not supposed to talk about, but it's whatever. I'll try and tiptoe around it in my video. Let's see here. You've hit me up. Someone said they hit me up about tuning a Grom, and I never got back to them. It's pretty simple. Just call, schedule, and we'll get it done. Call the shop. Don't message me and ask me because I got messages that I haven't even seen yet from a year ago. But let's see here. Do you guys ever import Forester Sticks parts? I don't know what Forester Sticks parts are, but no. Forester? We got Foresters here. What the heck is a Sticks part? I do maintenance on the 22-story Central Bank building downtown. Oh, Drew, you're in Lexington. That's cool. All right, well, don't know what there is to do around here. Don't think I'm going to get to do anything around here, but it's cool to know that there is someone around here. I should have got you to come pick me up some food before I walked in a ravine and soaked myself. Louisville is better. Yeah, well, I guess Louisville's what? I don't know how far away, probably like an hour away or something. I don't know. How was the show? Yesterday was Clean Culture. It was really good. We were on the baseball field, parked right down in the warning track. So really cool spot. Big shout out to Nick and Clean Culture for throwing that event. We always go to the Clean Culture events when they're accessible or around us, and you guys should too. They're big shows and they usually pull in thousands of people, so it's worth a check. and we did really good. We unveiled an R33 that we've been working on, and I think it was pretty solid. If you go to the Instagram or Facebook, you might see some pictures of it. But it was a super clean build with endless brakes and all kinds of good stuff. So really fun. Let's see. Okay, this shit is going fast. All right, we got a super chat from Tommy. Do you plan to go to Connecticut in the near future? I do. I really do plan. Problem is, I don't know when I'm going to get to do it, but I do plan to go to Connecticut. I haven't been there yet. Keep saying I'm going to go there, but a lot of stuff bubbling. So pretty soon, I think the guys are going to have me up there, and we'll be able to mess around a little bit. But let's see here. Let me go back. Did you drive the Padge there? No way. The Padge does like a solid 60 miles per hour at like 3,000 RPM. It wouldn't make it. I mean, it would, but I wouldn't make it. I would die before I got here. I will take Padge about 40 miles away, and it has to be at a speed of about 50. That's the Padge. So if you guys are just getting in here, thumbs up. Welcome to the Sunday live stream. It's gonna be so crazy. You guys are gonna be like, wow, this is so crazy. So crazy. When's the RX-7 coming? You know what? I don't know yet, but I've got my greasy little hands on a couple of cars sitting in Japan right now, and I'm trying to manipulate one of them to get here and materialize. So if you guys want to help me get this car, feel free to support me in any way, shape, or form you can. I want to get this thing ASAP. I got big plans for it. I'm going to be doing basically, okay, let's go backwards a little bit. I had an FD back in 2000, 99, 2000. I had an FC also. So I had an FC Turbo 2. If you guys didn't watch my video explaining that stuff, I had an FC, and then I got the FD, and we got a super chat question. I'll answer that real quick. Would you ever buy a Hayabusa? What do you think? As far as bikes go, I'm not huge on the big power stuff. My Ducati's plenty. I wouldn't mind having a Hayabusa, but I don't see myself on one. So that's a big boy toy. But going back to the RX-7 stuff, I had the FD in 99 2000, and I had it until like 2013. So I had it for over a decade, and it went through a few different renditions. It started out as a stock turbo car with basic bolt-ons. It made 330 to the wheel or something like that, and I was happy with it. But then I got the power bug. 7 years into it, and it was at that point it had the JIC Magic coilovers, and it had some wheels on it and carbon hood and basic stuff. But I had the power bug, and I decided to do a single swap to it, and I ended up with a Precision 6776 RSP, which is basically like a GT35, and I ran that with a Power FC and a meth kit, so wasn't running 85. The whole thing with the 85 on rotaries is you got to add a lot of lube to them to keep it good, because that alcohol dries it up real fast. So anyway, I was running a meth kit, which arguably is the same thing, but you add oil to it, two-stroke oil, and keep it wet. And that's what I had. That setup was running about 500 to the wheel by the time I went through my third motor, and it was tough keeping them together. I was beating them up really bad. So at that power level, I think it's in everyone's best interest to not really hammer them too hard. Do I ever do any trail riding? Not really. There's not really many trails around here, to be honest with you. There's a couple, but not too many. But anyway, so the FD, I plan to get that car, and now it's going to be a different world because it's right-hand drive instead of a USDM car. I want to get a right-hand drive car to kind of represent the whole JDM thing, and I'm going to be using it as basically I would say a stepping stone to a different setup that I wanted to do back then that I'm hoping to get to do now. So we'll see how that goes. I want to kind of just keep that under wraps for a little bit, but you guys are really hot on the trail and you probably know what I'm trying to do. So we'll see how that goes. Long story short, the car is not here yet, and there's a couple of them in Japan that I've been eyeballing. I'm trying to pull the trigger on one of them. So as that happens, I'll let you guys know. Get the car here, and we'll go through the process. And if you're just getting in here, give me a thumbs up, man. Got 115 people and only 39 likes. And Tommy's not one of them. I guarantee you. Is there a thumbs down for this? In Louisville, just tuning in if you need me any herb. I don't smoke, but thanks, Mike. I am in Lexington, for those of you who are trying to find me that want to kill me. And let's see what we got here. Peripheral port. Ooh, yeah, peripheral port. I'm definitely thinking on that level, J Rotary. You want a Savannah first gen, huh? Well, they're out there. They're a little pricey. I was actually looking at a couple. Tommy Rossini says, thought about bringing 80s series Land Cruisers to us. I did. I brought actually a I forget what they call it. I forget which one it is, but it's the Land Cruiser Prado, which I think was a J78 or something like that. I forget what they call it. But yeah, I did bring a couple Land Cruisers over. I love the Land Cruisers. My big focus is for the trucks is the turbo diesels. So anything that made turbo diesel, that's what I've been trying to kind of focus on. The Pajero right now, if you guys haven't seen it yet, you should go check it out. The Pajero is badass. So it's in a bunch of videos. I got a few videos out with it right now. But that thing is killer off-road. Like, holy cow. And it's diesel turbo. It's got a PTO-driven winch, no AC. It's just like whoever had this thing in Japan was crawling over shit. They were going up mountains. They were not going downtown. That's for damn sure. Let's see here. If you guys got any questions, let me know. I will try to answer them as I see them. What do you think the R33s being legal will do to the Skyline market price-wise? Okay, so Skyline market is ever evolving. It depends on the demand, it depends on the supply, and it depends on really the culture. So right now, the Skylines are commanding big money. They're all moving up, up, up. I haven't seen them lull or slow down yet. People are speculating that when the 33s come out, that the 32s are going to get cheaper. I don't know if that's the case. At this point, what I'm seeing is the 33s are going to come out at or around the 32 price, and the 32s are then going to stop while the 33s kind of ramp up if people start buying them. I really don't know, because the 33s, in my opinion, have always been the redheaded stepchild of the GTRs. So if the 33s pick up in popularity, then you're going to see a spike in the price, but I don't think 32s are going to drop off. I think 32s are going to hold at least where they're at right now and maybe even go up a little bit higher, because you guys got to remember, these cars don't exist anymore. They're not making them anymore. That's it. What's out there is what's out there, and they're just going to go up, I think. So my guess is that's going to be the case. Let's see here. Okay. All right. I screwed up this stupid chat. Lee RX-7, I'm Haltech dealer, where are you located? I'm a Haltech dealer too. Our location is down in West Palm Beach, Florida, but I am in Lexington. Do you guys have any eyes on four-door R33s? Yeah, Roberto is like obsessed with four-door 33s. Pretty sure he's either bought one or gonna buy one really soon, sitting somewhere in another country. But why is Mike's Source still in the current inventory? Just didn't update the website. That might not even be his. I don't even know. I have to go look. Is importing a Subaru better than buying used in America? Price and style, I guess you're asking. Okay, so importing, you're going to get a right-hand drive car. USDM, it's going to be a left-hand drive car. Take that for what it's worth. Some people say the right-hand drives are worth more. Some people say the right-hand drives are worth less. Me personally, I prefer the right-hand drive cars in a Japanese car because it's a Japanese car, and that's like the purest form, being right-hand drive. So that's my take on it. I don't know. If you don't like right-hand drive, then buy a U.S. car, I guess. But that's really the only difference. Price-wise, they're real similar. You're not going to see much of a price difference because they exist here. The only car that I will say right now, the USDM one is worth a lot more, is the Supra. Well, there's other ones too, but the Supras primarily, because the Supras, they made a lot less of them in the U.S. So the left-hand drive cars are extremely rare. But the right-hand drive ones are coming through now. That's the next big, those and the FDs, it's the next big thing. Do you ever import from Germany? I don't. I'd like to. I just don't have any German connections, and I don't know the export laws there as well as we do with the Japanese stuff. So if anyone's in Germany and they want to help us out with that, send us an email, info@horsepowerlogic.com, asking about that. How much could you get a right-hand drive BMW for? I don't know. I think they're more in Japan just because it's an import there. So it'd be like a double import, clearly, because it'd be something I'm getting from Japan to here. I don't know. It sounds like a mess, but I'd imagine they're more for sure. Yeah, German cars are a cool market. I'm definitely into that. So obviously, I have a Mark 7 Golf. I've had an Audi. I've had a couple of German cars. So I had a M5, E60 M5. That was pretty tight. So definitely German stuff. Left-hand drive Mark 4 Supra. What's going on, Pico? I see you. Yeah, left-hand drive Supras are definitely worth a little more. I see that for sure. When is Pico getting a Lamborghini? I thought he already got one. Didn't you go to his Instagram and look? You guys are slacking. Got it yesterday. See, that's what he says right there in the chat. So if you're joining, hit the like button right now. Get it in there. Get your questions in the chat. If you really care about me, you'll use Super Chat. If you don't care about me, then I don't care about you. Why the T-Mobile earlier? Don't you want to know? Don't worry about it. It came in handy already, okay? It came in handy. I'll tell you about it later. Carbon seals or ceramic? I personally like the factory seals. I think the factory seals are good. You just have to take care of them. You got to take care of the motor. You have to, obviously, you don't want to burn them up. So how much to rent the dyno? Dyno rental is $100 an hour. Call ahead. It's by appointment only, okay? What the hell is that? Useless content coming to HP this week. Okay, Pico. Okay. Useless content. What do we got here? How did I start the shop? Well, I'll say it again. I've said it before, but regardless, the shop started back in 2007. I was at the time tuning for a different shop that's not around anymore, but I ended up starting HP Logic out of that shop with a couple of the guys that were owners of that other shop, and eventually we just gained enough ground and momentum and just took off, bought our own place, blah blah blah, and here we are. So, well, here I am. The other guys I ended up buying them out. So I was at the time there was 3 people, and now it's just me, and now I got Shaw and Roberto backing me. So they're my guys. Let's see what we got. Next question. Will I dyno your bicycle? Sure. I got a motorcycle dyno. I think we can do it on that. A Trini guy that used to be a co-owner. Yeah, that was Roger. Yeah, Roger was one of the guys. So if you're just joining in, I'm in Lexington, Kentucky, in a hotel. It's in a hotel room. Pretty sweet, I think. It's not bad. Got a mini fridge with nothing in it. I'm watching some hot version on the TV. It's going well. Always got to represent the hot version. Hey, Jack, are you and Tommy Effia in good terms? I mean, on good terms? Yeah, of course. Me and Tommy are buds. I talk to him every day. So if anybody thinks that we're not on good terms, they clearly don't know me or Tommy. So, yeah, Tommy's a good guy, and I haven't been on bad terms with him ever. Nor do we want to be on bad terms. It's time for cereal. There's no cereal here. The chat keeps going in and out too. This is annoying. Was Marcus used for exposure or no? What does that mean? Marcus was used as a mechanic. He's a cool kid, and he asked me if I'd give him a job, so I did. Where's Tommy? Oh, he was in here earlier, but you know, he gets bored with the live streams real fast, so he probably bounced. Or he's lurking. He could be over in the corner, like lurking. Get Scumberto to talk some shiz. Scumberto is not here. It's just me in a hotel in Lexington, friggin' Kentucky, hanging out. Oh, yeah, look, Drew wants to bring me some groceries. Yeah, cereal and milk is about all I'd need at this point. I am in Kentucky. For those that are just joining in, first, hit the like button. Second, I'm in Kentucky tuning some race cars for a couple of friends. So I will be here till tomorrow night, I think. I hope. We'll see how the weather holds out, too. Am I trying to hire another kid? No, I'm not trying to hire another kid right now. But if you come by, drop me a resume, I'll put you on the list. You never know what'll happen. Cocoa Pebbles are awesome. Hell yeah. Who doesn't like Honda Groms? Well, I don't know. Honda Groms really aren't for me, but if you like them, you like them. They're like basically a mini motorcycle, so to me it's kind of a strange one. I'm going through the chat. Don't ask Marcus to bring you groceries unless you want a bunch of Pop-Tarts, Fritos, and Pepsi. God, how did you? That's all he eats. It's crazy. For those of you who don't know, Marcus lives with me. The pantry literally is stocked with Pop-Tarts, Fritos, and he's got a 12-pack or a 24-pack, I don't even know, of Pepsi in the refrigerator at all times. That kid has got it on him all the time. What else? Oh, and those breakfast bars. He eats those breakfast bars for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which is pretty funny. Another cool thing about Marcus is he gets like TV dinners sometimes, and he cooks two of them at once, not just one. So he does it right. He gets like two of them, so he's got everything. He's got Salisbury steak here. He's got like country fried steak here, and like meatloaf or something, like mashed potatoes everywhere, and peas and carrots everywhere, and like a Bud Light and a Pepsi, and then some Fritos, and then it's a mess. What is your favorite anal position? That's a great question, man. I really appreciate that question, and I'll get to it later. Um, but for now, we're just going to move on. But thanks for the question. That was really impressive. There's a lot of technical information that could be involved with that question. Let's see what we got here. And can't forget the Bud Light. That's right. He does get a bunch of Bud Light. You guys are just joining in. Hit the like button. I'm here in Lexington, Kentucky, and somebody says they're going to bring me cereal. That's cool. I'm at some hotel, and my chat just broke again. But here we go. It's back. What's your opinion on Subarus? Subarus are interesting cars. You know, I can't rag on them because it's not that they're bad cars. The engine's just the bad part. And you know what? You build it, and it's definitely a lot better. But still, the problem that I have with Subarus is just ringlands, basically, and they're tough to work on. Working on the Subaru, getting that into that engine, you might as well just pull the engine if you want to do anything. Spark plugs take forever. Injectors take forever. It's a big job. Everything on the EJs is a big job. So let's see. I'm trying to think of like the easiest thing you can do on an EJ. Oil change. That's not bad. Is the KFC better? That's a good question. I don't know. There's no KFCs around here. In fact, I'd be willing to bet there are none. They probably don't have KFC here, which would be funny, right? Did Shaw's Camel have more torque than Rudnick's RV? Debatable. Shaw rode the Camel. If you go back in time, and about a year ago, you can go see a video of him actually mounting that Camel, which was intense. Intense. He needs to get another one. That was fun. Come on, chat. The chat just went away again. There we go. We have buffet all you can eat KFCs. Oh, really? Dang. Yeah, we definitely don't have that in Florida. Is Shaw self-made or 7-Eleven money? Okay, 7-Eleven is like an Indian thing, right? I think Pakistan is like not really India. It's like over the mountain. But regardless, no, Shaw does not have 7-Eleven money. Shaw is a self-made hardcore packy doing his thing. Did you guys sell the Sprinter? Yes, we did. That was just like a quick buy and flip thing. I think Shaw had a buyer for it before he even bought it. The best chicken joint in Lex is Popeyes. Really? Popeyes is like Louisiana style chicken. That's not right. But this freaking place I went to, the Brew Burger, man, they like make their ketchup. It's freaking awesome. Pretty sweet. What car is you tuning here? I've got a friend who races in Time Attack with her boyfriend actually, and they both have some pretty cool cars. Her name is Savannah Little. If you go check out her Instagram, check out her YouTube channel. I think it's called Apex Garage. You can see the car. It's a 350Z that's LS swapped, and it's pretty intense. It's actually a really strong car, and it does work. And her boyfriend Kevin's got a G35, and I'll be playing with both of those cars while I'm here. Okay, here we go. Just asking for the sake of my own curiosity, how much would it cost for you guys to build a R32 2JZ swap, sourcing everything? To be honest with you, I have never done that, but my rough estimation would probably be in the neighborhood of 20 grand on top of the cost of the car. Just because I know those motors are getting expensive, the trannies are getting expensive, assuming you want to do a 6-speed. So there's quite a bit into it, and I don't know. It would be something we'd have to really jot down and discuss. If you guys are in here, hit the like button. I'm at 90. That's weak. That's weak. I know there's more people that like this than don't like it. And use the super chat. Help me out. I need some support over here. Yeah, there's Apex Garage. You can go check that out. Thanks, Don Vito 2.0, the real Don Vito 2.0. Check it out if you want to see the cars that I'm going to be playing around with while I'm here. Make it F-yeah spec. I don't have the money to make it F-yeah spec. He puts together $36,000 Miatas, okay? That's something I can't do. I don't want to do that. He doesn't want to do that. But that's what happens when you want to do something and it has to be exactly every little piece. For those of you who don't like know Tommy and how he operates, like his cars, like the stuff he puts together, he doesn't spare a single detail. So it's like the doorknobs will have like, you know, something on them, and he has to make sure that's perfect. I mean, it's everything. But yeah, FES spec is out of my price range. Hurricane Ian, what's up, man? I saw you sold your car. You ready to get another one yet, or what? About time. Tommy doesn't like to make power. I don't know. I think he likes to make power. I think he likes to make balance, which is pretty cool. You know, a car with good balance is more important than just a car with a lot of power. Trust me. Michael Skirlong, thanks for the $5, man. I appreciate it. Which turbos for my 91 GTR? 450 horsepower gold. All right. 450 horsepower gold. Do a -5. It's going to be a Garrett ball bearing turbo. It's basically like an upgraded stock turbo. We'll call it something like that. It's they call it -5s. So you look up a -5 turbo. That's the turbos you're going to want. They're going to make 450 horsepower, maybe even a little more. I'd run the 85 on them too. They spool fast, and that's the setup that Tommy had on his on the wrecked FD or the wrecked R32. So that was in my opinion the perfect size turbo for that power. 450 horsepower. You're gonna love that. That's gonna spool fast, responsive, and it's gonna be enough power to make you go, okay, now we're playing. Michael, thanks for the donation. Plans for more mods for Dusty? Yes, we do have some plans for Dusty. So the next round of mods for Dusty is going to be in the braking category. It already has the Nismo slotted rotors and stuff in it right now, but Dusty needs a little more braking power. So next step, we're going to be going with the Brembos, in case you didn't guess. Every once in a while, I throw out like a looking for R32 Brembos post somewhere, just on random Facebook videos and whatnot. And so actually, I'm going to be doing the R33 Brembos. We're just going to put them on. And that's going to be the next setup. I'll probably do the Project Mu rotors so I can do the aluminum hats and stuff. So stay tuned for that. Big braking upgrade for Dusty. That's the next step because Dusty already goes good, handles good, happy with all that. Just going to need that braking power now. Ian, thanks for the $2. I'm going to need a tune the 3000 GTVR4 and S14.5. Yeah, that's not a problem. We can do that. Just make sure we get some Haltex in there. That way it makes it easy. But the 3000 GTs are actually really strong. That's one of the surprisingly strong motors out there. I've seen those motors making pretty big power, over 500 to the wheels, 600 to the wheels, no problem. So pretty strong stuff. I can't wait to help you with that. Ronnie says Dusty's his favorite. Dusty's my favorite too, so I'm glad you like that. Top Patrol, what's up, man? Let's see what we got here. Haltech everything, exactly. PA tuners. Oh man, is that guy still around? I want to see that freaking Tiburon. Is it any faster yet? Tommy was going to have to pay the tax when he went to his town. That was going to be sick. Dusty versus Tommy's GTR when he builds it. Honestly, I mean, it should be pretty similar power-wise. I don't see why not. Again, Tommy's not trying to make huge power. He just likes to make what I call balanced power. So I think that would be a good way to put it. PA tuners will race you for 500, win or lose. No, it was 500 if I win, and then what? 500 if you don't gap me, or something like that, or 500 to. I don't remember. It was really good though. He had it like, it was basically like you had to pay him if he lost by like not that much, or you had to pay him if he won. So basically, you paid him if he lost or if he won, and you had to pay a tax for being in his town or something like that. I guess he runs his town or something. Pretty cool. Which I ran my town. Ian, SR20, the S14.5, or just turbo it. What would I do? Well, if it's the KA, you can KAT. Those motors are big. It's a 2.4 liter, so it can spool a hefty turbo, no problem. The SR20s are just better motors all around. It's an aluminum block. It's got a little more race bred orientation to it. But if you've already got the KA in it, I've done KAT motors over 400 horsepower, and they spool fast. We just had it on a dyno not too long ago. The biggest downfall to the KA motors is they don't like to rev. It's a long stroke. They don't like to rev. You'll end up with a worn out motor real fast. So, all right, what's next? What's up? What's up? If you guys are just joining in, I'm just doing a little live Q&A from Lexington, Kentucky. Hit the like button. Let's get it up there. And if you're in this area, then woohoo, shout out. It's rainy. Don't think there's anything to do out this way. And I'm going to be tuning some race cars tomorrow. So stay tuned for that on the video. It'd be pretty sweet. Will you ever do a Dusty 2.0 with an R34? I don't like to say never, but I really don't think it would be the same. Dusty's in a league of her own with a completely different set of rules. So the right car would have to present itself. But my R34 that I have right now is not a GTR; it's a GTT. So can't really do it with that car. But it's a different personality altogether. So just a different realm. Let's see what happened to the Jimmy and Tommy build off. Well, if you go back and watch the videos, basically, I think it was just fair to say that Jimmy won the build off, just because if you go by time frame, Jimmy was able to accomplish the goal first. So he won the build off. And Tommy never denied that. And Tommy just said, all right, well, I'm still going to continue building, which he did. And that S13 is something special. So, it's a really, really, really nice build. At the end of the day, Jimmy won the build off, but I think that Tommy's going to accomplish his goal, and he's going to build a better car at the end of it. So take it for what it's worth. But there's no hard feelings there. I think they both accomplished. In fact, I think they both accomplished their own goals, which is better than just accomplishing one goal. So pretty cool. I can't wait to see how the S13 turns out. I've been following it with Tommy, and he's been putting, again, F spec money into that car. So F yeah spec, whatever you want to call it. I say F spec. He's been putting that F yeah spec money into that car, and it's going to be something special. So the old Hurricane live stream was the shit. Yeah, well, no hurricanes yet this year. I guess there's something brewing out there, Florence or whatever, but I'm not too worried about it. You mean, you know me. We had a direct hit from a Cat 5 Irma. Hot wind. That's what I got. Go watch the videos from a year ago and let me know what you think. It was actually exactly a year ago. So pretty fun to think. Owl Chapino. Thanks for the $5, man. My R32 on Gran Turismo has the full HKS vinyl, number 87 and everything, and it looks so good on Dusty. Thanks, man. It is it's a famous livery, whatever you want to call it. And we love HKS. They visit us at the shop. We represent them to the best of our abilities. And Dusty is an HKS car. It has been graced by HKS. They came here, they saw the car, they like it. I asked for permission to use that car as a representation of their products, which they gave me the go ahead to do that. And I'm really proud of Dusty, and I'm proud to be an HKS dealer. We're all proud of what HKS has done for the community and done for our sport and our hobby, and their parts are amazing. So Dusty is a living, breathing representation of what you can do with your own car to get to a level that's what I consider higher than most. So definitely proud of that, and I'm glad that you guys enjoy that too. So Dusty's definitely an HKS car. Jack's wind chimes were still hanging after that one. Yeah, they barely made a sound. We had a hurricane a year ago. For those of you who don't know, it was a hurricane in Florida that was like scaring the entire country. I was getting phone calls and emails and text messages days before asking me where I was going, who I was going to be staying with, when I was getting out of Florida, all this stuff. I basically vlogged the whole thing over the course of a few days. If you go back and look, and nothing happened. I mean, some places got a little bit, but there was like tornadoes that were very centrally located to the hurricane. But Key West got the worst of it. Some stuff on the West Coast was bad, but in our area, very little happened. I mean, compared to 2005 hurricanes, which we had no power for almost a month, this was nothing. So hopefully the hurricanes are never really a problem for us ever again. Our infrastructure is a lot better in Florida now, and there's a lot more hurricane preparedness going on thanks to the hypesters. But hey, kudos to them. Did you go to Kentucky to get fried chicken? Yeah. That's why I'm here. I didn't get any, though. No, I'm not here for fried chicken. If you're just joining, I'm in Lexington, Kentucky, tuning some race cars. Hit the like button, show some love, hit the super chat, show some more love, and I'll stay on here for at least another 15 minutes or so. 91 Calypso. My house got leveled from Irma. I'm sorry. You must have been in a really bad spot. And like I said, I'm sure a lot of people did get some horrific damage, but we didn't see squat over on the East Coast. So sorry about that, man. I never like to trivialize natural disasters, but everyone was just really, really, really bugging over that hurricane. It got to the point where they had contraflow on the interstates, so people were going north on the southbound lanes, and the northbound lanes. It was crazy. There was a mass exodus, and people. I think there was more damage overall done from the evacuation effort. Crazy. Ian, did you check out my video about my accident? I know all you guys down there were asking me about it. You know what? I don't think I did see that. I'm gonna have to go back and look. Every once in a while, I get a notification for you. I don't. Notifications are bad, but I'll go check it out, and you guys should too. Go check out Hurricane Ian's page and his channel, and go see his story. He's got a pretty interesting one. Do you guys still have the white GTR 32 for sale? No, our 32 GTR that was white. Last one we had was a while ago, and that sold. There is a guy that we did do a white one with, and it was the big T51R build, and he finished that build. And guy likes to finish stuff and get rid of it really quick, but I think he's trying to sell that car now, but for a lot of money. He wants about $79,000, something like that. But I mean, he's got more than that into it. I guarantee you that car is crazy build. So gotta get me a Pajero. Yeah, Pajeros are awesome. I love mine. If you watch the videos, you can tell it's a really, really cool little truck, and I highly recommend it, especially the turbo diesels. Likes are coming up a little bit. We're getting there. So once we get the likes over the viewership, I'll feel better. So keep hitting those like buttons. Let's see. Is Rudnick's original 4-door effed up? I was trying to figure out why he doesn't build that one and just get it repainted down the road. It's not that it's messed up. It's just like it wasn't as good as the other 4-door that got crashed, and unfortunately, we lost that one. But the original one that he got is not bad, actually. I mean, it's not great, but it's definitely not bad. So, he could definitely build that up if he wanted to. There was a couple spots on it, but it wasn't really. It's nothing too crazy. Is the GTT a show car only, or are you able to drive it whenever you want for unlimited miles? The GTT is Florida titled, so I can drive it all over if I want, but I don't. I don't put that many miles. I just take it to car shows and stuff, so it's basically more of a show car, to answer your question. But I can drive it. It's insured as a show car, basically, though, so I don't plan to drive it that much. I just keep it in the garage, keep it pretty, and honestly, the 34 really should find a new home. It's at a point now where, like, I've done the build, I got plans, I want to do other stuff, so there's a possibility we might explore that avenue. We'll see how that goes. My chat disappeared again. Damn it! As soon as it comes back up, we'll see what's in there. 156 people, 140 likes. They're getting close. Hit the like button if you're just coming in. I'm in Lexington, Kentucky in a hotel room live streaming for at least another 10 to 15 minutes. And it's great. What is the weirdest thing you've put in your butt? I have never put anything in my butt. You can quote me on that. You can quote me on Reddit. You can tell everybody. No one has knowingly put anything in my butt, so I'm not going there. Let's see. 40,000 should be good for a R34, and don't say you can't do it. I know you can. You can. You're Jack. I don't know what you mean, but 40,000 is not enough to get anything. R34, ITB Miata or Turbo Miata. Okay, so I've done both. I prefer ITB at this point, The Turbo Miata was fun, but the Turbo Miata, I get it. I like Miatas for being a track car. I take them to the track. I like to go around the track with them. I'm not into the drag race a Miata thing. So if you're drag racing, Turbo's great. It's better. Going to make more power, and it's going to be a lot cheaper. If you're road racing, ITB's better, more reliable, and I mean, you're never going to make a lot of power with an NA Miata unless it's swapped. But regardless, my preference is ITB. And the reason why is because I want that reliability on a road course. Jack, how's the Ducati? Haven't seen it recently. Ducati is perfect. It's just sitting under the cover. I get it out every once in a while, ride it around, and put it back up. It's just one of my toys at this point. Oh, that reminds me. I want to sell my jet ski. If any of you guys are interested in my 85 mile per hour, 320 horsepower jet ski, it's a 2008 RX PX. Hit me up. I'm ready to let it go. I need some space in the shop, and I want to get some more things, and I don't ride it enough. So if you're interested, let me know. If you help me sell it, I'll throw you a bone. So hit me up, info@horsepowerlogic.com or jack@horsepowerlogic.com if you want my jet ski. Don Vito says accept toilet paper. I don't put toilet paper in my butt. Who does that? Come on. I mean, I guess it's close, but that's about it. What's a ballpark price to get a K truck? Right now, I'd say a good ballpark is anywhere between $4,500 and $7,000, depending on the condition of the K truck, the gear, everything that goes with it, and the options. The bare bones K trucks are pretty cheap in Japan. I've seen them for $1,500, $1,000, but you get what you pay for, so you got to be careful with that. And there's $1,500 in shipping, and then another $500-$600 for the tax. The chicken tax is 25% on those cars. It's not that easy to get around. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, bare bones cost is still approaching $4,000, and that's for literal junk. So anywhere between $4,500 and $7,000 is a good range for a K truck. And for some reason people want like the Honda Acti because it's a Honda, so they'll pay more for those. While the Suzuki Carry or any of the other brands, every brand's got their own version. They're the same truck. Do yourself a favor, just get the one you want. Don't try to get the cheapest one. All right, I'm thinking going ITB, but haven't decided yet. Yeah, if you're thinking about it, definitely do it. All right, let's see what we got here. Want to get my own jog, but scared of legality and insurance problems with modifications. How do you deal with it? What do you mean insurance? My own jog? Insurance on a jog? You're talking about a scooter? You don't need to insure that. How much for the jet ski? I don't know. I've been looking at prices all over the place. Honestly, if I get $6,000 for it, I'm happy. So it's really worth more than that. But at this point, I'm not trying to haggle. So bottom dollar, $6,000. Come and get it. The jet ski does 85 miles an hour. It's tuned on E85 and 93, so you can hop on it, take it anywhere you want, and rip. It's built. It's got everything you need. Everything except the stock bottom end. So everything's built on it except for the bottom end. Forza UBS. Thanks for the 5 Canadian. Screw, marry, kill. Shaw, Roberto, Marcus. Screw, marry, kill. Okay. Shaw, Roberto, Marcus. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to pretend I know what that means, but I'm sure it's something funny. Maybe I said something wrong. Thoughts on Tommy's K Miata? that's a freaking monster. That's what I think. Thoughts on that Miata? That's the Miata right there. That thing is nasty. I love it. I joke with him all the time. I tell him that's my Miata. So hopefully if he gets rid of it, I can get it. What do you think of Tommy's K Miata? I just said that. Dang, you guys all asked the same question. Can you guys import 80s Toyotas and Nissans? Yes, absolutely. All the 80s cars are over 25 years old, so now we can do that. If you can afford it, Jack can import it. Oh, I like that. That's fun. I'm gonna put that on a card. That's a good catchphrase. Want to sell the Camaro? Nope. The Camaro was my dad's. He's the original owner. I'm never getting rid of it. I'll die in it before I get rid of it. So don't you think about that. Where is Brianna? I don't know. Brianna's probably at home watching football or something. Okay, then how much do I need to buy one? I know I'm not there yet, but I will. And what I meant with don't tell me you can't. I know you can. Your Jack is that you can import almost anything. Okay. Good sentence. But anyway, the only ones that I would imagine trying to get are the ones that are already here. So don't start looking at R34s yet. If you find one in the US, that's probably your best bet. I should do a gun vlog when back in Florida. I think gun vlogs are getting like demonetized. I don't want to do that. I don't want to screw my channel up. But man, I like guns. They're fun. Will R32 prices go down now that R32s are becoming legal? All right, I touched on that earlier. I'll touch on it again. R32 prices, I don't think are ever going to go down. I think they're going to just plateau and stay for a little bit, and then start to ramp up again when the R33s are situated. What's going to happen is there's going to be like this mini rush for R33s that's going to take the thunder away from the R32 for a little bit. But I think people are going to start to realize the 32s are just getting rarer and rarer by the minute. So price will eventually go back up on those. Special models are going to be the best. If you've got a Nismo, if you've got a NUR, if you've got, V-Spec R32, things like that, those are going to be hot commodities, as the individual parts that make them special are going to be non-existent and impossible to get. So those are going to be some serious money getters eventually. So to answer your question, no, I don't think that the price of 32s are going to go down. And I think the market for the Skylines are always going to be strong as long as there's a demand for those cars, which from history has showed us that there is. So best JDM daily driver, reliable, not necessarily fast. Best JDM daily driver, reliable, not necessarily fast. I mean, daily driver is a tough one, man. I like the Pajero. That's a cool daily driver, but some people want a car. They want something racy. If you want something luxo, you can go with something cool, something in the in like the Soarer or the Chaser variety. Maybe even something kind of different like a Century or a Laurel or something like that. Those are cool. But then if you go with the typical JDM run of the mill, everybody wants one hot boy cars, reliability wise, probably Supra. Even the older Supras are really, really reliable. But Fair Ladies are actually pretty reliable. I haven't seen many of those break down per se. And Skylines are good. I actually think a GTST is probably a good daily if you've got access to some of the more like intricate parts, like the interior pieces and stuff like that. But as far as the drivetrain goes, they're really solid. They can handle it. What am I doing in Kentucky? Okay, so if you're just joining in, I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm going to be tuning some cars, going to Hall Tech tomorrow, and then we're going to the track. So hanging out in Kentucky, just for a couple days. If you're in Kentucky, hit me up, say what's up, and yeah. And no, I won't sell the Camaro. That's the second person that's asked. Not to be confused with the Buick Century. Yes, that's right. I'm talking about the Toyota, not the Buick. I should do a shifter cart build. I never did a shifter cart build, but I did do a cart build. So that was fun. It was just like a 5-horse GX 200, I think, or whatever it is, Honda motor, and I just built it up a little bit, and it was fun. So I think the values of the Z32 will continue to rise as well. Yeah, I don't see it going down again. I mean, Z32s aren't my favorite car at all, but can't deny the market. It's not going down. It seems to be pitching still. And when it comes to the Z32s, it's like what's going to replace that? It's not like the Skylines where there's like this like R32, R33, R34. There's no you have a Z33, but Z33s are like basically a completely different planet. So I can't say they are the Z32s are going to be affected by the Z33. Ed Hale, thanks for the $20, man. I really appreciate that. Ed said he's planning on building a 1969 Plymouth Valiant. That's cool. What Mopar engine do you think I should use, a 440 or a 400 block? And what are your thoughts on a Tremec transmission and Richmond transmission? All right. So honestly, if you're going to do, like, if you want to do like what I call a retro mod or a retro type build like that, if you're going to build a Valiant, I'd look into something a little more modern, maybe fuel injection. I don't know how much money you're looking to spend, but I would even consider doing, something along the lines of like a Hellcat swap or something like that. That would be really cool into a Valiant. You'll never see that. But if you're sticking with the old school stuff, 440 is the king. 383 is even not that bad. Those motors were pretty strong. But 440 6-pack, that's like cool as ice. You're never gonna get cooler than that. And yeah, I don't know. Personally, like I said, I'd probably try to do something a little more modern. I'd probably try to throw like a modern Hemi in it or something like that, because I think that would bring it up. It would bring a lot more of a cool factor up. Also, do a all around upgrade on that, brakes and stuff too. But Valiant, hey man, that's a cool car. Don't see many of those. I see them once in a while at car shows, but definitely don't see anybody doing anything with them. They're literally just like time capsules driving around. So keep me posted on that build, Ed. I'd like to see how that turns out. Send me some pics and stuff. I'm gonna check that out. That's cool. Ian, what's up? That's what I want next, a GTST. Really? Okay. Dang, you just missed one. We had a really nice red one that just sold. It was honestly the nicest. I mean, I keep saying that, but it was really nice. It was as nice as the nicest GTSTs we've had. So, I think we have a couple on the way. We'll have to check in with Roberto on that if you want first dibs on it. But yeah, let us know. GTSTs are cool. They're like mini GTRs. It's kind of like why I like the GTT. The GTT in the R34 is just like, it gives you that Skyline feel. And it gives you all that flavor without having the repercussions of being on a GTR. So, I love Dusty. I love it to death. But honestly, a GTST would be more fun on the street because you're getting wheel spin and lots of sounds and tire smoke and whatnot. It's a little bit more of a visceral experience than the GTR. The GTR delivers in a very controlled, powerful delivery, so it's a little different. But hey, different strokes for different folks, right? All right, let's see. Get an Evo 1. Nah, man. I don't like the older Evos. I'll be honest. It's like they're cool because they're all-wheel drive and fast, but they look like a Galant, or even worse. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. They just don't look right. They look like I don't know. They don't rub me the right way. Tommy has mentioned wide bodying Rudnick's 4-door. Is there a wide body kit to make the GTST or GTT look more like a GTR? Yeah, there is. For the front end, you just use the GTR parts, the hood, the fenders, blah, 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 bumper, whatnot. And for the rear, you can just get the fenders that you cut out, put the new ones in, and they're basically just GTR fenders. There's also like the pseudo wide body stuff that you can do with, like, over fenders, and also like a Pandem kit or something like that. So definitely wide body. That would be pretty cool. You need to mod your Ferrari. It's got exhaust. That's it. That's all I'm really going to do with that. How do I remain so calm? So clam. I read that wrong. I'm sorry. How do you remain so clam? I don't know what that means. Forza UBS. Thanks for the $5, bro. Can you tell us the history of HP Logic and what Roberto and shot for $5? You want me to tell the whole story? No, I'm just joking. I'll tell you the quick version again. So HP Logic, horsepower logic, clearly started the end of 2007. I was tuning out of another shop at the time, and I decided I wanted to branch out from just Japanese cars at the time, because we were just tuning a very select type of car. It was usually Subaru Zs, and I was doing some rotary stuff, but Subarus and Zs are like the main. So right around that time, the GTR came out, the R35 GTR. And when the R35 GTR came out, Cobb had immediately jumped on board with tuning that car. So I identified that as an opportunity to kind of grab a niche market, which I did. And I started tuning R35 GTRs in September, October of 2008, which was like a month. The first ones were hitting the ground in like June, July. So it was like a month or two after they were even making it stateside for those cars. And I jumped on real quick with Cobb to start tuning those cars and made a name for us in that realm. At the same time, I wanted to branch out, tune other cars as well, do domestic stuff, lots of turbo builds, LS turbo stuff, that kind of stuff. So I had mentioned changing the name of the company at the time to Horsepower Logic, which two of the owners of that business, there was three, two of the owners liked the idea and one did not. So those two owners kind of sided with me, and we started a new company so that we didn't have to interfere with the other one. And in doing so, we made a name for ourselves. And the two guys that were with me at that time, eventually I bought them out. No hard feelings. I'm still friends with both of them. And at around that time, Roberto, who was originally one of the guys that was hanging out at the shop, he was just a cool guy, cool kid, and he showed a lot of interest in the shop. And so we gave him a position at the time back then, originally before the guys left me, or before I bought them out. And he went away to mechanic school and actually became a really strong heavy diesel mechanic, and then decided to come back because what's more fun than working on Skylines? So Roberto came back for good and became a much more crucial impact to the shop, who I couldn't ask for a better friend and mechanic to be working with me. So he jumped on, took that slot, it made it his own, and he has a very, very strong presence in the Horsepower Logic brand. Shamir is another great friend of mine from 12 years, 13 years, and he has always expressed interest in car stuff. His brother actually is into cars as well. So Shamir expressed interest in doing stuff with cars. So his background is more bean counting. He's an accountant. He is He's a man of many talents, but he's definitely a very good money counter, scrutinizer. So he keeps us in check that way, and it's just a good blend between Roberto, myself, and Shaw. We kind of, our minds together create what is Horsepower Logic, and now we have Marcus on board. Marcus is also a really strong team player. He cares about the shop. We all care about the shop more than the money. So don't let that fool you. We're in this 100%. So let's see here. If you guys are just joining in, live stream Sunday, just chill, no big deal. I'll stay going for a little bit as long as I got people in. We got 153 people with 150 likes. If you keep the likes up over how many people are in here, we'll keep it going. Let's see what we got. Long story short, Roberto invented the YouTube aspect of car culture, and Orion now owes him $3. Those $3, I tell you. Marcus is dope. Is that the right word? Did you mean to type something else, or is that what you wanted to say? Marcus, dope. All right, Marcus, you're dope. If you're watching. If you're not watching, not dope. Do you tune Honda? Specifically only Honda or a Honda with like an AEM or something like that. Yes, I'll tune that. But I don't do the reprogramming of the EPROMs or the P28 stuff. I don't get into that. I have a friend who does that stuff. If you need that, you can contact him. His name is Kenny Sampson, aka Gixxer Tuning. He is the Honda guy that I would deal with on that stuff. Marcus can't spell. That's for sure. Is Gary still working for HP Logic? Well, so Gary's just like a good friend of the shop. He's always welcome to work at the shop, but he has not been at the shop lately because A, he moved up north, and B, his other job, we'll call his full-time job that he's always had, got a little more intense, and they needed him for all the hours. So he kind of comes in and out. His car's at the shop though. We're doing a cool a rebuild on his setup. It's been hammering a stock motor for years. So he's getting ready to refresh that whole setup. So, all right, let's see what we got in here. I have chipped a P28 and live in Connecticut. You know anyone here? I have it. Oh, I have a chipped P28. I don't know anybody in that area, especially that's doing P28s. Cuscos are damned expensive. Yep, they are, and they're not getting any cheaper. That's a perfect example. That car went from a $30,000 to $50,000 car, I'd say about 10 years ago, not even, to a $200,000 car now. It's insane what happened to those. So love to get my hands on one of those, but there's not really any good ones available. And there was one in Florida, but I don't know what happened to it. Okay, let me go through here. Kevin, I have a V6 Challenger, not a V8, but I'm young and insurance will cost a lot more. That's true. What is a tasteful mod to give it a bit more power? The turbo kits, I think, for those cars is pretty good. If you can't afford a turbo kit, do a nitrous kit. Can't go wrong with that. I mean, you could, but take it one step at a time. Start with a small kit. Do a 50 shot. I think you'll like that. That's cheap. It's under $500. You can put it in yourself and learn a lot about the car, and you can't really go wrong with that. And it'll make your car a lot faster. Let's see what we got here. Can you tune my V12 Bugatti? Actually, yes. Email me, jack@horsepowerlogic.com. I can tune your Bugatti, assuming it's a Veyron. But yes, I can tune it. It's not cheap. And there's 2 ECUs. Can you guys import me a Honda Beat? Yes, we can. Honda Beat is a 25-year car, so feel free. info@horsepowerlogic.com. Send an email to us. All of us, just so you know, the info@horsepowerlogic.com is the central email. We all read it. So if you send an email to that, Shaw, Roberto, myself, we're all going to see that. If you send one to the individual, you can send one to Shaw at Horsepower Logic, Rob at Horsepower Logic, Jack at Horsepower Logic. Then only that person sees that. But the info@Horsepower Logic is a community email that we all get, and we prefer to use that email for business stuff. So if you have a question like that, you want to get a car, you want to get a price, send it to info@horsepowerlogic.com. What's the strangest and coolest car you've tuned at HP? Strangest and coolest. I got to play around with a Russian Lada. That was pretty cool. Strange and cool. But we get a bunch of really strange and cool cars at the shop. If you watch the vlog, you'll see them. What Bugatti you got has a V12? Oops. Sorry. 16. It's a W16. My bad. W16. That's correct. When are you gonna introduce us to your new nice girl? We guys gotta keep watching the vlog. She's in there. Been thinking about buying an imported car. I have around 20K to spend. Okay, that's a good start. Get a nice GTST for that. You can get a Soarer. You can get, there's quite a few cars you can get for $20,000. Depends on the taste. If you want a truck, we can get you a cool truck. If you want there's some wagons out there. There's some really whack stuff that like I think a lot of people would love to see. That's just different. Some cool stuff. All right, let's see. Where's the scoot content? Yeah, I've been slacking. I got to go get the nitrous thing filled up for the black scooter. I haven't had a chance to do that yet, but when I do, I will definitely put up some more videos. I want to do some more acceleration tests. I got goals for that scooter, so we're going to try and get that cranked out. 144 people with 169 likes. I like it. Keep hitting the like button. Let's get to 200 likes at least. Don't skimp on me here. We're so close. Can you guys import me a right-hand drive Kuki S14? Not yet. Not yet. But think soon. Oh, come on, chat. This freaking chat is messing me up. Forza UBS. Thanks again for the donation. Have you ever tuned a car with triple K turbos? I don't know. I would think so. I remember seeing that before, that triple K, but I don't know what we're doing with that. Oh, I got dislikes. Someone says I got dislikes. I can't even see dislikes, but Tommy's one of them. He likes to dislike my stuff. It's funny to him. Haha. When's Hurricane Ian gonna buy a Huracan? Good question. Should ask him. Go on his channel. Oh, there he is. He said hopefully a year or two. So stay tuned. Hurricane Ian will live up to his name, Hurricane Ian. And apparently he also wants a GTST. So watch out for that. That'll be a cool video. Truck builds, someone's asking. Pajero. I had a Toyota too. I had a little well, I had the Land Cruiser about a year ago. It was 2 years ago, I think. The Land Cruiser. And then I had a Tacoma that I put together. It was pretty good. I also built a Cherokee, an XJ Cherokee. Had that for a little while. That's not on the channel. It was too long ago. But that was fun. That was a fun. I could see myself having another XJ again. That was a good truck. It did a lot for the money. What year Land Cruiser? It was a 89 or a 90. I can't remember. It was a Prado. It was a Land Cruiser Prado turbo diesel, but it was just a little too luxo for me. Like the there's like a thing like these, they call them turbo wagons or whatever. They're like pseudo off-road. I mean, a Land Cruiser has always been kind of that way, but like the original Land Cruiser back in the day, Land Cruisers were like off-roady, like that was what they were built to do. But then these like other ones kind of started making them a little bit more I don't know, luxury status stuff. So the Pajero that I have right now is like short wheelbase, not a wagon, whatever turbo wagon, but it is a turbo diesel, no AC, super utility, roll up windows, PTO winch, leaf spring rear, leaf spring rear with torsion bars in the front. I mean, it's just like real old school off road. So really cool truck. Off road builds, I'm into them. Not really our cup of tea at the shop, but I'll definitely try some stuff. 185 likes. Let's get that to 200, guys. Come on. I'm going to shut this down in a little bit anyway. So we're approaching that hour and a half mark. And I'm really thankful for all the people that have been watching. I'm in Lexington, Kentucky, if you guys are just joining in. Just finishing up a live stream here. Ask some questions and I will give you some answers. Hit me on the super chat if you like what I do. And we'll do that, yeah. Tommy dislikes your vids because he built a $36,000 Miata. Dude's probably one bad build away from ending it all. No, Tommy dislikes my vids because he's like a contrarian. That's all. It's like he lets me know when he's there by doing that. $36,000 Miata though, huh? It's a pretty damn nice Miata. I gotta admit, it's better than mine. When am I gonna go drifting? I'm drifting a RC car. What's up? I'm gonna get another RC car too. I'm gonna get a 2-wheel drive one. In case you didn't see that video, you should go check it out. So stay tuned for that. More drifting. 190. Oh man, come on, 10 more likes. I know there's 10 people in here who haven't hit the like button yet, and they're hitting it now. They're hitting it now. I can feel it. They're hitting it right now. Oh, see that? Like, you're hitting it. You're hitting it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's see what I got here. I'll like if you answer, dude. Answer what? For those of you who don't know, I can't just sit here and just keep reading every little comment. I read them as they go, and I try to answer the comment. Hurricane, see, Hurricane Ian made a good example. He made a donation. I can see it loud and clear. Hurricane Ian, $5. Thank you. Have you tuned a V8 R8? And if yeah, what are you getting out of them? I did tune a supercharged V8 R8, and honestly, it wasn't that impressive. It was like low 400s. So I don't like the V8 R8s. The V10s are strong. The V10s, especially the newer ones. Our buddy Vin got one, and whew, that thing's healthy. So the V8 R8, not a fan. They sound whack. They don't sound right to me. I like the Lambo sound that comes from the V10s because that is the same motor, by the way, in case you don't know. So stick with that. In fact, Hurricane Ian, if you get an R8 V10, it's technically a Huracan at this point. So food for thought. All right, let's see. I'm going to answer a couple more questions, and then I'm going to get out of here. Dude123 says, too broke to donate. Okay, too broke to donate. I'll still read your question. I own a BMW, breaking my wallet. That's it? That was your question? You wasted it. All right, let's see. Would you tune Grillo's VW? Grillo doesn't want me to tune his VW, trust me. As long as Grillo can pick up hefty ladies that are at least in the 280s, then he's totally happy. Get a muscle car. Does my 69 Camaro count as a muscle car? I already have it. Forza UBS, thank you. $2. Did you V-Box Dusty? LSD front and rear must launch hard. You know what? I didn't V-Box Dusty. Maybe I should. That'd be a good video. If you guys want to see a V-Box of Dusty, let me know. That might be actually a pretty sweet video. And it does launch very hard. TRC, that racing channel, actually did a feature on Dusty that should be coming out pretty soon. I launched it on there, so you can see what it does, and it's nasty. I can tell you that right now. Michael Alden, thanks for the donation. Thoughts on AutoZam AZ1s? Can a 6'2" tall dude fit? No. AZ1, very small. It's a K car, bro. 6'2", good example would be Jimmy Oaks. Jimmy Oaks is probably what, 6'2", 6'4", maybe a little bit taller. He's a tall guy, and he did not fit in the cappuccino with the roof on it. So, I mean, it's not worth it. Not worth it. Your life would be a living hell. You'd be miserable. But the AutoZams are badass because they got gullwing doors. They're a cool car. Definitely worth it if you can get one. Jacob Acosta, thanks for the donation, bro. 10K is a 06 GS300 good. Any recommendations for 10K? Again, it depends on what you really want. At the 10K price point, I'd stick with like a, maybe a Z32 or there's a couple cars in that price point. I think the MR2s are probably around 10K. That's a pretty cool car. 10K Celica, like an all track. I think it might be in that price range too, maybe. It really depends on what you want. So a Soarer, that's 10K range, which basically would be like an SC300, but definitely consider it. Hurricane Ian, thanks for the $5, man. What supercharger was on there? I was looking at superchargers for mine, and people are saying they're getting like 600, 650. No way. 600, no way. I mean, stretching the numbers on E85, maybe 500, and that's like you're pushing it. They might be thinking like brake horsepower at the motor or something, but not at the wheels. No way. If you see them making 600, 650 at the wheels, they're on some kind of magic unicorn dyno that's just spitting numbers out for fun. What am I doing in Kentucky? I am tuning some race cars in Lexington. Andrew Novak, thanks for the $1.99. Import S13 or find an unmolested one in the States? I'd import it. Personally. I think you're going to get a nicer one by importing it. The ones in the States, unmolested? No way. There's none. Unless it's an automatic turd. And then at that, you're definitely not getting an SR. You're definitely going to get a KA. It's most likely going to be an automatic if you want it to be unmolested. And it's way too much work. Import a nice S13 like Marcus's. Marcus's S13 is his 180 is nice. That one's a factory SR20 5-speed. It's a decent car. It smells like cigarettes, but hey, a lot of people smoke in Japan, especially in the late 80s and early 90s. Chat just went dead again. I'm gonna wait for it to pop back up. If you're just popping in here, throw me a thumbs up. I appreciate it greatly. I know there's a lot of people here that still haven't hit that thumbs up, but at least those 200 or so that have, they did it. They love me. Thank you. All right, let's see. Chat's back up. Gotta go scroll through this. Hurricane Ian, I will match your donation over $50 tonight. Must be under 100. So was it like over 50, under 100? That's a cool bet. Go for it. I hope you do that. Hope you're not just talking shit. Somebody send me 50. This guy says Melissa from Melissa from 303 says they'll match me. Someone throw me a 50. Yeah, where's the big ballers at? Jesus. This is like a call out. I don't know, man. Melissa, I don't know. I don't think you're gonna get anybody that's throwing big baller like that. But hey, if they are, more power to them. How much is a 180 SX like he's going for? His was hit. Oh boy, there you go. See, Hurricane Ian just threw down $50. There it is. Dude said he would match me. You better do it. Jack, don't forget to check out my accent tonight. I will check it out, and everyone here should go check it out too. Hurricane Ian just hit the 50. Where you at, Melissa? Where you at? To answer the question though about the 180, the 180 SXs are indeed still a little pricey, but under 10 grand. You can find them right around that 10 grand price point, and you're going to end up with a really stellar car. It's a really cool car to get. All right, here we go. That's right. You tell him, Don Vito, match it or get blocked. Somebody said they'd match it. Melissa from 303 said that they would match Hurricane Ian. Hurricane Ian stepped up to the plate, knocked it out of the park, and now it's your turn. You're up. Fastball's coming in. You better swing. You better swing, or Don Vito 2.0 is going to swing the band hammer. In fact, we'll put a timer on it. Let's say 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, we better see that. What am I doing in Kentucky? So, for those of you who are just joining in, the live stream has turned into a heated battle of donations, which is cool for me. And I am in Kentucky, and I'm going to be tuning a couple of race cars tomorrow. So I do have to go to bed at some point. It's already 11 p.m. And I plan on ending this in about 10 minutes. I'm going to give another 5 minutes to the live stream because we got a little call out going on in action. And I want to see if this actually comes through or not. Have I ever imported an AE86? I have not. I wouldn't mind doing it. That's a questionable one. I don't know. I haven't watched the AE86 market in a while, but I think it's getting pretty pricey. So if you want that initial D car, get your initial D wallet out. It's going to cost you. Another good one to get is like an FCRX7, like a Turbo 2. That's an under the radar car. I think that those cars, I used to have one. Those cars don't get enough credit, and that's initial D stuff too. You know, you want to be one of the Takahashi brothers. You know, can't remember. I think it was Kusuke that had that one. You saw an A86 for 45,000. Jeez, that's crazy. Yep. Well, this is a joke. I think you're right. Look at that. We got about 3 minutes left on that call out before the band hammer drops. Let me tell you something. Don Vito 2.0 drops it heavy. He's up there right now with both hands with this giant Thor hammer of band about to drop it. Everyone's going to feel it. Bonjour from Arizona. What's up, man? Somebody needs to help Melissa from 303 sort this out. It says buy and send. Click the little money sign down at the bottom of the chat. Click it, put your money in, and go. Look at Don Vito. Better hurry. Don Vito is ready. He's ready. Hurricane Ian sent it. Why can't I do it with PayPal? I don't know. It's the freaking super chat. Super chat. PayPal me is not the same. I don't want you to PayPal me. I want to see it in here. I want everyone to see it. Look, everyone, ban. Forza UBS, thanks for the donation. What car would you import for 10K, 30K, and 75K? That's actually a good question. So at 10K, I think we've covered that ground a couple times already. 10K, we're talking Z32, we're talking Soarer, we're talking some of the smaller trucks and stuff. So K cars, K trucks. But if I'm gonna pick one car at 10K, I'm gonna say, a Roadster. 10K, you're gonna get a stellar Roadster, and those cars are picking up money. They're picking up value. So, Roadster at 10K. 30K, I'm definitely taking an R32 GTR. You're still able to get one at 30K. They're rapidly eclipsing that though, so get it while you can. At 75K, you're getting a Supra. You're going to get a really nice, excellent Supra. In fact, an RZ 6-speed. You're getting a top of the line Supra, and that's going to increase in money as well. But 75K, you got a lot of options. But I think that your best money is spent right now in one of those Supras. Those cars are going to increase in value pretty well. You might be able to squeeze like a Ken Mary Skyline in that price range. That would be another good one to get. There's a couple of cars in that price range, but Ken Marys are I think they're passing that area right now, so you might not be able to get one of those anymore. Let's see what we got. Melissa is making all women look bad right now. Oof, I don't know about all of them, but definitely at least the ones from the 303 or whatever it was, about to get banned. Matt Ryan, $1.99. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Give you a little shout. Matt Ryan hooked it up. 75,000 equals a Hakko Skyline. Not a GTR, but yes, 75 does get you a Hakko, but it's not a GTR at 75K. The real Hakko GTRs are way over 75 at this point. So Oscar Jimenez, $2. He wants to see the ban. So I think you're about there. I have not seen anything come. This is the last chance for Melissa, but so far no show. I guess that's it. If the ban hammer drops, the ban hammer drops. The ban button is blinking. Yes, rip Bandit. Yeah, Bandit. That would be Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds passed away. Pretty sad. For some of us older guys, we remember Burt. We remember the Bandit. He was a real badass, and he made Firebirds famous, as far as I'm concerned. Thunder Fire Chickens. Is an RX-8 worth buying? RX-8 was like a car I wanted to like. I just couldn't get into it. The first time I drove one, I broke the transmission, and I had a bad feeling about it after that. Doesn't look like a RX-7. It doesn't have like a sporty look to it. They drive pretty sweet. They do handle nice, and they're NA. The Renesis rotary was a great concept. I just don't think I'd like to see a 3-rotor Renesis. That they put a 3-rotor Renesis in an RX-8, then it would have made that car. It would have made that car more like the Cosmo. It would have been a lot more like livable as a bigger rotary car. But as it is, stay away. Not really into them. And Melissa from 303 says, hold on, LOL. Melissa, we've been holding on. applying for a credit card right now. Wouldn't surprise me. Oh man, these people want to see her gone at this point. The RX-8 makes me think of a Mazda 6, not an RX-7 sequel. Yeah. Yeah, but if you go back in history with the RXs, which RX means rotary experiment or experimental. If you go back in time and look at those, the first RXs before the RX-7 were regular looking cars too. They weren't really sporty, but they were still kind of cool. But the RX-7, the first one, the FB, well, the SA, whatever you want to call it, the SA RX-7, which became the FB RX-7, the same body. That was the real first like sports RX chassis. So SA/FB RX-7, first gen, FC, second gen, and FD, the third gen RX-7, excuse me. Those are the real sports cars. RX-8 kind of popped off of there, got off of the RX-7 bandwagon. That's why all the talk about the RX-7 coming back, because the RX-7 was always the sporty one. Oscar Jimenez, $2. Thank you, sir. Build a pre-runner. I would definitely consider a pre-runner. That'd be a sweet truck build to do. Two-wheel drive, something, desert truck. And he wants to see the van. So I think we're approaching that point very, very quickly if he hasn't already done it. Melissa, you have to post your credit card number in the chat, including the 3-digit security code on the back. Not good advice, but hey, you know, Trolley McTrollerson, if you trust him, if you trust Trolley McTrollerson, then you deserve it. Can you find a Pajero Evo? Yes, but I can't get them because they are too new. Got to be 25 years. So at that 25-year point, yeah, I'll be able to get them, and they're cool. Most disappointing car you have experienced? Most disappointing car I've experienced? I mean, RX-8 was pretty tough. That was disappointing. Not necessarily like a bad car. It was just disappointing. It didn't live up to like what I considered the hype. So that was pretty bad. What else? You know, I was really, really into the bug eye WRXs when they first came out. 02. That was when we first got a WRX here, and I was ready to buy one. In fact, I was heads up on ditching my RX-7 at the time. I had my FD, and it was just like the idea that the WRX was going to be here finally was so enticing. I was considering it, but luckily I didn't, and I curved that bullet. But I would say that was a pretty tough pill to swallow. That car didn't live up to my expectations. And Ryan Wade, what up, Jack? What's going on, bro? Let's see what we got here. Everybody learned to not make call-outs they can't keep today. That's it. Yeah, Melissa was a no-show. I'll tell you who was not a no-show. Hurricane Ian. He came through. So the real hero here is Hurricane Ian. And Hurricane Ian is pissed. He wants to see that match. I did too. No one wants to try and ball against Hurricane Ian. I'll tell you that right now. You don't want to play that card. Look at this. Hurricane Ian wants to banner himself. Ooh, this is good. This is what we came to see. Is this going to be the cherry on top? Dream vehicle you want if you had unlimited funds. If I had unlimited funds, I would definitely want it. Some of you already know it. Put it in the chat if you know what I want. All the money in the world. What's the car Jack wants? Let's see what they come up with. They'll tell you right now in the chat. That's right, Trolley McTrollerson. He's the first person. He got it. Ferrari F40. That is the car that Jack would get with unlimited funds. And the Wienermobile and the Geo Metro. Those would be fun too. Hurricane Ian. Did Donville pass the ban hammer over to Hurricane Ian for this one? Because if he did, then Ian, you're good to go. You can ban her now if you want. Both of you guys can ban her now if you want. I haven't seen the money yet. Don't think it's coming. It's not that hard. Super chat's really simple. You just use your freaking account, whatever it is that you're using, your Apple account or whatever, and you just go down to your. I think it hooks up to your whatever system you're using on here to pay to buy stuff. But you just hit the little money sign down in the chat. And that's it. Ian, let me know if you're ready to ban her. You can ban her. I'll do a countdown for you if you want. Someone mentioned Mark 7 TDI. Mark 7 TDI, I love mine. It's awesome. Guaranteed badass daily driver. Whatever happened to that 400 horsepower 3-cylinder Toyota developed a few years back? That was Nissan, I believe. That was Nissan that did that. It was a 400 horsepower 3-cylinder. It was a little turbo. I live in Kentucky. Okay, cool. I'm here. You guys know this is that's not Marcus. Marcus isn't that resourceful. Guarantee you that's not Marcus. Go ahead. Banner. Countdown. Who's got the ban hammer? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit her with the ban hammer. Gone. That's it. See? Gone. That's what happens. You challenge some of the biggest ballers on here, and you don't come through, you're out. You're cut. You're off the squad. Gonna have to go get another screen name now. So everybody, thanks to Hurricane Ian, came through heavy. Thanks to everyone else who donated in the stream. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down now because your boy's getting tired and your boy's got to get some sleep because your boy's gonna be tuning tomorrow. But everybody, thanks for coming in. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the thumbs up. And I will definitely be putting out some sweet rotary content coming up in the future. Oh, yeah. Pico, rest in rip. Ooh, is that the new sticker? I want that. I want to rest in rip, man. Hook me up. So anyway, shout out Hurricane Ian. Shout out everybody who's been in the stream. And tune in tomorrow. So I will put up a video Tuesday. Well, Tuesday's a travel day for me, so maybe we'll see. If I'm feeling up to it, I'll put up a video on Tuesday. Either way, thanks for coming in. If you're just joining in, you missed the whole damn thing. You're going to have to watch it on rewind. Cliff notes, rotary content coming. Somebody got banned for challenging Hurricane Ian, and you just don't do that with my big ballers. You get banned. Simple as that. All right. I'll see you guys later. Love you guys. Peace out from Lexington, Kentucky.